This is my problem. This has always been my problem. I get so psyched out after I release music that it becomes very difficult for me to do it again because I feel like every single time the bar has been raised. Would not accept and any additional flowers that new music would get. I would not accept unless it's better than the last thing. And I have been stuck in a rut for a year, and this has happened 3 years in a row where I release a song and then don't release anything for a year, and then I release another song, and then I don't release anything, and then I release the song, and every single time it's because I'm paralyzed. I'm facing artistic paralysis, and so I really just want to finish like a complete piece of work, but that is taking forever and nothing is going right. And so it's taking longer than a year to release something. And I just feel like the goals that I set for myself, a lot of them are based in age. And I talked about this. I think when I was 18 in the COVID era, I released a video where I was essentially talking about how I already felt old and I already felt like I wasn't ahead because I had started at 18, whereas most successful artists, if not all, had started way, 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 way younger than me. My only hope, my only hope is Ethel Cain. That girl showed up on the scene 4 years ago and is today, so at 23, essentially where I'm at now, and took her 4 years, and now she's performing with Florence the Machine and has 3 million monthly, 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I want to be Ethel Cain so badly. Ethel Cain is like. I first got into Ethel Cain. I had listened to a couple of songs. It was like American Teenager and Crush. And to be completely honest, I'm not really a big fan of those songs because it's like she produces everything herself and I can hear it. I don't know. I tried to talk to another, like my producer, I showed him some Ethel Cain stuff, and I said that, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is super high quality. And I'm like, no, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the choices that she makes, but I can tell, like, that it was made by herself, especially those songs, and like the melody, and I don't know. There's something about it where I'm like, this is DIY for sure. And it's not that I don't like DIY, it's just that I couldn't. Sometimes when I get an effect, it washes over whatever quality the song is trying to impart. Sorry, our cat is being crazy. I wasn't I like listened to the songs, but I never got really that much into it because those were the most popular at the time, and I was like, I can't get over this, whatever this is. Cut to, it's my birthday. We're going on a trip the next day. I don't know what I want to do for my birthday, and every year on my birthday, I could accumulate 500 friends over the year, but on my birthday, I'm alone. But this year, I wasn't alone. I had one other person with me, and we celebrated. And so we bought tickets to the Ethel Cain Central Park show. It was, it sucked at first because everybody at my university was there. Every single person who ever went to my university showed up. And it makes perfect sense if you know what university, like, it just makes perfect sense. It's like, obviously, yeah, well, but, every single person was there, and people I did not want to see. But when she started playing, I was really moved by her performance, which was super minimalistic. She was just singing into a mic and, switching from side to side on stage. It wasn't crazy. There wasn't dancing. It wasn't like flourishes. She was just very like grounded. And the visuals were of her music videos. And yeah, the performance was just really beautiful. And by the end of it, every single summer, what comes to me is this saying. It's just que sera sera. And I don't know why summer especially evokes this in me, but I forget about the saying completely. But for the past 3 years, every time I'm like with people in the summer, I'm just like, it's fine, everything is fine, que sera sera, and I say it like 5 million times a day, especially when we're like doing trips or whatever. Every single time something goes wrong, I'm like, c'est la vie, que sera sera, whatever is happening is what's going to happen, and we have to go through it, but also we're traveling, so everything's going to work out because it has to work out. And I believe that about life too. Everything is going to work out because it's a thing that you have to go through. Time will pass. It's inevitable. So imagine me never having listened to the Ethel Cain repertoire, and all of a sudden I have been saying what will be, que sera sera, for the past 3 weeks to my friend who's with me now. And all of a sudden she starts singing Sun Bleached Flies as the final part of her set. And she's going, if it's meant to be, then it will be. I was like, I was so moved. I was floored, actually. I was like, this is fate. Ethel Cain and I, we are meant to be together. We are sonically alike. Again, before I even listened to Ethel Cain, I had released Body Horror the year before, and I did the cover whenever. And if you see like the cover on my Spotify, it's like me with a veil. And then I went and looked on her, like I looked through her photos and like her promotional material, and it's very similar. And I guess I don't know. I maybe I had caught the influence of her because she had been growing for the past couple years, and the influence kind of like hit me and inspired some of my choices. But I was just like, we are fated, Ethel Cain and I, and I feel like she's a sign for me specifically, for me only, that that art will come if I dedicate myself to art, and success in art will come if I'm being really if I'm really being grounded in the art that I'm making. But if I'm going to be completely honest, it's really difficult because I don't produce myself, and I wish I should have started, but it'll never be as good as what other people are doing right now, and I want it to be good immediately. That's the thing. But it's like, I don't know. When I work with producers, I'm like, there's a sense where there's a thing that happens where I'm hearing something, and I'm hearing something and I'm trying to communicate it, and no matter what, no one else can hear it, which is why I brought which is similar to the DIY thing. I can hear that it's self-produced, and I can hear mistakes, like not in the literal technical sense. I can hear mistakes in, I don't know, like sonically there's a better balance for this, and I know that there's a better balance, and I can hear that there should be a better balance, but no one else can hear it. And I'm like, but you don't, do you do you hear, like, that's not a mistake, that's not a mess up, and I understand what you're saying, but but there's something else, there's something wrong here, and I don't know, I just I don't know. Things aren't, if I'm gonna be honest, things musically aren't panning out great, and they're not going as fast as I would like them to. And I don't know. I have so many songs, but I've kind of been discouraging myself from writing anymore because I have such a large repertoire that I want to actually produce, and I want to make a real thing, and it looks like it's kind of not going anywhere, and I really need it to go somewhere. And I don't know how other people do it. I don't know how other people are pushing out a single every 2 months. It's crazy to me. And it's other artists that I know aren't producers. So I'm like, who are you throwing money? I don't understand. How are you doing this? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Happy New Year's. I know 2024 alone we didn't do anything, but 2025 is the moment. Okay. Bye. Bye.